Hello and welcome to Bulldog TV News, an affiliate of the USA News Network. I'm Miko.
And I'm Carl.
Here's what we have for you today. President-elect Donald Trump kicks off a thank you tour Thursday on states that provided his margin of victory in the Electoral College with a series of rallies set to begin in Cincinnati. Trump's cabinet appointments have been overshadowed recently after various critics, including the congressional Democrats and government analysts, have questioned how Trump could serve as president without violating conflict of interest guidelines involving his business ties. Trump and Vice President-elect Mike Pence will visit Indiana early in the day to celebrate Carrier's decision to keep nearly 1,000 manufacturing jobs in the state instead of moving them to Mexico. Donald Trump is the first president-elect ever known to go on a nationwide victory tour, and political experts aren't surprised he is taking a victory lap before his inauguration on January 20th.
Wisconsin on Thursday plans to begin a recount of votes in a presidential election in a response to a request by Green Party candidate Jill Stein. Stein paid $3.5 million Tuesday to clear the way for a recount, although a judge rejected her lawsuit seeking a hand recount in every county. The Stein campaign also requested a recount in Pennsylvania and plans to seek one in Michigan. President-elect Donald Trump narrowly defeated Hillary Clinton in 3 states, which were crucial to his victory in the Electoral College. The Clinton campaign is supporting Stein's efforts, though they said it likely wouldn't change the election outcome.
A new rule takes effect on Thursday, allowing federal agents with a single search warrant to hack millions of American computers or smartphones at once. The Justice Department, which sought the rule, says it's necessary to keep up with charges in technology used by criminals, especially the ones growing use of botnets. Senate leaders rebuffed a last-ditch bipartisan effort Wednesday to vote on blocking the rule, a defeat for privacy advocates. Under existing rules, FBI agents must go to magistrates in every judicial district which infected computers are known to be located and request warrants to hack into those machines. The change to Rule 41 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure would allow them to go to just one judge and to get a warrant to access all those computers.
Simultaneously, tear-filled tributes were held at packed stadiums in Colombia and Brazil for the victims of this week's tragedy that claimed 71 lives when a chartered plane crashed while ferrying a scrappy small-town soccer team to the finals of a prestigious South American tournament. The tribute took place Wednesday night as crash investigators, aided by dramatic cockpit recordings, were studying why the British-built jet apparently ran outfield before slamming into a muddy mountainside, just a few miles from Medellin's International Airport.
For all the concerns raised in the presidential campaign about Donald Trump's fitness to command America's nuclear arsenal, the immediate questions he's likely to face as president aren't about the launching these weapons, but modernizing them. He'll have to make political fraught decisions about a U.S. nuclear arsenal that in some ways has become decrepit. Trump's transition website says he recognizes the uniquely catastrophic threats posed by nuclear weapons and cyber attacks, aiding that he will be modernizing the nuclear arsenal to ensure it continues to be a defective deterrent. The questions left unanswered: how much modernization is enough, and in a world of widening cyber threats, how vulnerable is the U.S.?
Netflix subscribers can now binge on many of their favorite shows and movies, even though when they don't have the internet connection. The long-awaited offline option announced Wednesday gives Netflix 87 million subscribers offline access to videos for their first time in the streaming service. Decade-long history, Netflix is matching a downloading feature that one of its biggest rivals, Amazon.com, has been offering to its video subscribers for the past year. The latest version of company's mobile apps include a download button on the details page for a film or TV series, but not the titles for the streaming service, are currently available to watch offline. The updated also includes a new menu item showing what's available for download.
Spotify announced to late Wednesday that Drake is the most streamed act on the platform with 4.7 billion streams. The rapper has the most streams album with the song Views, 2.45 billion, and One Dance, 970 million. Mike Posner's I Took a Pill in Ibiza, C Remix, came in second after Drake's One Dance for top songs, followed by the Chainsmokers' Don't Let Me Down. Rihanna and Drake's Work, and Sia's Cheap Thrills. Justin Bieber, Rihanna, 21 Pilots, and Kanye West round out to the top 5 artists this year.
Paul Bettany is set to star Ted Kaczynski, also known as a Unabomber, in the Discovery Channel's upcoming high-profile FBI crime drama Manifesto. Kevin Spacey and Dana Brunetti executive produced the show through their Trigger Street Productions banner. Manifesto explores how the FBI caught infamous criminal masterminds, with the first season set to focus on FBI agent Jim Fitzgerald, a specialized linguist who unconventionally means brought the Unabomber to justice after a near 20-year manhunt.
Dwayne Johnson's HBO series Ballers is moving to California from Florida for its 3rd season and has been conditionally approved to receive an $8.3 million tax credit from the state. The series will generate an estimated $33.5 million in qualified expenditures, defined as wages paid to below the line workers and payments to in-state vendors, making it eligible for a 25% tax credit for its first season in California, allowed by a 20% credit for any successive seasons. Ballers is the 7th series to relocate to California under the state's expanded tax incentive program launched last year.
A new 5-year deal has been struck between Major League Baseball team ownership and its players' union, extending a 21-year streak for labor peace. The agreement was announced shortly before 9 p.m. Eastern Time Wednesday night, just a few hours before the current deal expired, with both sides continuously negotiating for nearly 24 straight hours. The new collective bargaining agreement avoids a complete shutdown of baseball's hot stove and would have created player lockouts and immediate halts to upcoming winter meetings. The last MLB player strike lasted 7.5 months from 1994 to 1995 and led to the first cancellation of the World Series in over 60 years.
7-footer Karl Anthony Towns crushed a career-high 47-point clinic for the Timberwolves, but it wasn't enough to keep the Knicks from edging out a 106-104 win on the last few seconds effort from Carmelo Anthony. Towns seemed to trade jabs with Kicks big man Kristaps Porzingis, who finished the night with 29 points and 8 rebounds to lead the Knicks. In addition, the game-winning jumper, Melo contributed 14 points of his own despite the loss. Towns set or met numerous records, becoming the youngest player in the Timberwolves' history to reach the 40-point mark, only the 3rd youngest player to record more than 40 points and 15 rebounds in a single game, just behind Kevin Durant and Shaquille O'Neal.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope pushed 25 points to power the Pistons past Celtics 121 to 114. The Toronto Raptors took full advantage of a weakened Grizzlies squad to scratch out a 120 to 105 win. Jordan Clarkson and the Lewis Williams each post 18 points to the Lakers defeat the Bulls 96 to 90. Russell Westbrook bust out his 4th straight triple-double as the Thunder roll over the Wizards 126 to 115. The Spurs can't come from behind to beat the Mavs 94 to 87, led by Patty Mills 23 points off the bench. Hassan Whiteside takes a down 25 points and 16 rebounds to help the Heat burn the Nuggets 106 to 98. The Suns eclipse the Hawks 109 to 107. The Trailblazers outpaced the Pacers 131 to 109. And the game between the Kings and 76ers was postponed due to condensation on the court, despite DeMarcus Cousins' best efforts to help mop up the moisture.
For the first time in club history, Toronto FC is headed to the MLS MLS Cup to face Seattle Sounders FC after outscoring the Montreal Impact 5-2 and winning the Eastern Conference final 7-5 on aggregate. The two deciding goals for Toronto came in the first half of extra time, as both teams were tied on the aggregate 5-5. After full time, the MLS Cup is set for Saturday, December 10th at BMO Field in Toronto for an 8 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff, with TV coverage on Primetime Fox broadcast affiliates.
The Islanders evicted the Penguins 5-3, a trio for the first period goals, while all the Flames needed to burn the Maple Leafs 3-0. Logan Couture slaps in a pair of goals to power the Sharks over the Kings 4-1.
That's all we have for you today. I'm Miko.
And I'm Carl Hughes.
Join us again tomorrow for the Daily News. Bulldog TV News is an affiliate of the USA News Network.